Let's turn from the other story that is creating waves, and it's in Bengaluru, where first hate crime, now denial. 4 days after a Tanzanian student was stripped and paraded on the streets of Bengaluru, the politics has started. Rahul Gandhi has asked for an explanation from the Karnataka government, which is a Congress government. The Tanzanian envoy has dubbed the incident as racist. The Karnataka government, though, is refuting that allegation and has arrested 5 people. Rohini Swami and Pratibha now report.
Beaten, stripped and allegedly paraded naked. A 21-year-old Tanzanian student was subject to horrific brutality on Sunday night. 4 days after the behavior of the unruly Bengaluru mob shocked the nation, an ugly blame game has erupted. While the Tanzanian envoy to India called the mob racist, the Karnataka government has dismissed the charges.
People were angry because a black driver killed an Indian lady. So they felt that every black person should be punished for that.
This is definitely not a racial attack. This is just a response to an accident caused by the Sudanese student.
Adding insult to the victims' woes, the Karnataka Congress even justifies the mob attack. While Congress went into denial mode, the BJP pounced onto the incident to attack the state government.
Naturally, on the spot when a lady died, it is naturally that the mob which gathered there had enraged themselves.
Racial discrimination अगर हिंदुस्तान में होता है, ये अफसोस की बात है. हर राज्य सरकार इस चीज को गंभीरता से लेना चाहिए.
Even as the blame game peaked, the police backed the Tanzanian student's complaint in which she claims that she was assaulted and stripped.
When she gave the written thing, in which it was found that her top cloth was found removed.
Bureau Report, India Today.
What is the mood at the moment among the African student community in Bengaluru? Many of them say they are scared, and many of them have even locked themselves up indoors. Rohini Swami spent the day with some of them.
After we've seen students from various nationalities who live here, they study in various institutes here, but after the incident, a lot of them staying back at home for 48 hours, not stepping out, the sense of fear?
Definitely, we're scared. We're scared. We're not even supposed to be here right now. We're supposed to be inside. We are very, very scared.
In a place like India, where democracy are on the highest peak of objective, incidents such as that, I think that's pretty much almost a shame.
What would you like to tell your people, especially from your community at this point of time, in terms of being careful? The locals also have been warned. There have been arrests that have taken place. But what would you like to tell people from the students' community?
Okay, for my fellow students, the main thing I would like to say is that do be careful when venturing outside, especially if you're leaving the Acharya area in general, because although this area is controlled, we don't know how people's emotions are outside. So maybe I could be riding on my bike, for example, and somebody sees me and feels a need to take some revenge. You know, those fears are still there.
So what is the road ahead? Was this an instance of racism or road rage or both? And what is the responsibility of the Karnataka government now? Dinesh Gundu Rao, minister in the Karnataka government, is joining me. I'm also joined by one of the students who is joining me from, she doesn't want to reveal her name, but she wants to join us on the program. And Dominic Dixon, who is working on issues of civil liberties and justice in Bengaluru, is also joining us. But I want to come to you first, ma'am. What is it that you would like to tell Dinesh Gundu Rao, the minister? You have the minister on this program. As a student, what would you like to tell the minister today? Ma'am, what do you want to tell the minister today?
I want them to act on this. We need to be comfortable. We want to be moving around the same way we used to before. You know, we want them to assure us that we are safe.
Dinesh Gundu Rao,
Please.
Dinesh Gundu Rao, there is fear among the African community today in Bengaluru. How do you intend to address this fear? That's the first big question that is being put to you.
Yeah, let me assure the student and through the student to the entire student community living in Bengaluru, maybe it be Africans or any other people from any other country, that Bengaluru has been a very safe city for all these people. They've been studying here for the last, many have been studying here, and we've had students from abroad for the last 30, 40 years. So Bangalore is definitely a safe city, but this incident definitely is very shocking. It is a mob which went out of control spontaneously and has taken law into its own hands, and it is very horrifying. It pains us in the sight. And our
You know, 1 minute, 1 minute. You're saying it is the mob went out of control. It was spontaneous. I'm troubled by the manner. You know, it's almost as if at times, and I've heard this from other ministers today, also from Karnataka, almost suggesting, look, you know, mobs can go violent in situations like this. I haven't seen enough empathy for the girl. Why haven't I seen, whether it's the Home Minister Parmeshwaran, whether it is another of your senior MLCs, Mr. Shankar, they haven't shown empathy. You know, the lack of empathy, Dinesh Gundu Rao, is troubling me. It's almost as if, you know, mobs can go violent. Yes, they can. That's right. But the job of the police is to protect people.
Yeah, Rajdeep, first of all, I think the incident which took place with the death of the person on the road, I think the thing was the person who was driving the car happened to be an African. It could have been any other person also. So the mob did lose control. I think it happened. No one knew it was going to happen. And the police was there. They managed to take that person out from there to the police station. And he did file an FIR. And he was taken to the hospital also, from the hospital. And now the police is acting. We've already arrested 5 people. We are trying.
No, you've arrested 5 people. I can understand, ma'am. Are you satisfied with that answer, that 5 people have been arrested?
Yeah.
Do you feel a little more secure that 5 people have been arrested?
Which 5 people? Which 5 people? Where are they from? The 5 people?
Yes, Mr.
They are the 5 people who have been probably some evidence that the police have got. The local people, they are the local people living in that particular area. That's what I know, and this is based on.
That's what
no,
you know.
The investigation is still going on.
Honestly speaking,
I think there will be more arrests.
No, why are you not satisfied, ma'am? Why are you not convinced that these 5 people's arrest is the right step? Why?
Yes. These people were not attacked by 5 people. Do you understand? They were not attacked by 5 people. It was more than that. We are scared still. We still know that there are people around.
Are you ready to identify all the people?
We don't even know them.
Can you identify those people if there was an identification?
We don't know them.
You don't know them. And how many people were there, ma'am? When you say there were many more than 5 people, do you remember, can you all recount how many people were actually involved?
Our fellow students that were there told us, including the person that was stripped naked.
Right.
She was not attacked by 5 people. Yes.
There were many more people. So you believe many of the people who are involved are still out there somewhere. You know, Dinesh Gundu Rao, the fact is...
They are still out there. That's why. That is the reason why we're still scared. That's why we're still in fear.
In fact, according to your Home Minister, Mr. Parmeshwaran, he says, according to prima facie reports, the Tanzanian student was not stripped and paraded naked, Mr. Dinesh Gundu Rao. Most of the students who are there, eyewitnesses we have spoken to, say yes, the lady was stripped and paraded naked. Why is your Home Minister giving a benefit of doubt?
The Home Minister has given an official statement.
Yes.
No, I think when the Home Minister speaks, I think he speaks on the evidence that is there in front of him. And he's spoken saying that some of the media was I think portraying it in a way that the person was stripped and she was paraded naked, which did not happen. And there is a case of the person being sort of assaulted, slapped around, and such things have happened, and we have taken that very seriously. And the sections, whatever is pertinent to that particular case, we have booked those cases under this particular section.
Right.
And there will be definitely more arrests in this case. And whatever evidence that these people give, we will act, because we want. Bangalore is known for its cosmopolitan
No, 1 minute,
culture.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Karnataka has been
1 minute, Mr. Gundu Rao. Mr. Gundu Rao, your Home Minister, as I said, says the Tanzanian student was not stripped and paraded naked. The victim in her complaint has clearly said that she was beaten up by a mob, stripped and paraded naked. So there are only one of these two versions. I want to get the Tanzanian woman again on my program on this. Ma'am, do you want to tell us whether in your, what did the girl tell you? Was she stripped and paraded naked, yes or no?
Sir, these people, they
Yes.
know what happened.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She even ran up to a bus, and the people in the bus pulled her outside. They actually pushed her outside, and she was there naked. I mean, seriously, we just need safety here right now.
You just need safety. This incident has traumatized people. You're understanding that, I hope, Dinesh Gundu Rao. It couldn't come at a worse
Yes.
time for your Karnataka government. You know, you parade Karnataka just a week ago, Global Investors Conference, and say that Karnataka is the safest place. I agree that this could well be seen by some as an isolated incident, but it is a traumatic incident. So for your Home Minister to say that the girl in a sense is lying when she says she was stripped and paraded naked, why would someone say that in a complaint, Dinesh Gundu Rao? Why should your Home Minister try to hush up the case or try and give a clean chit so quickly?
Exactly.
No, I think nobody is giving a clean chit over here, Rajdeep. That's why I'm saying that whatever the section that needed to be put in the case, we put that, and we are arresting people, we are taking action. But I think the Home Minister has sort of clarified exactly to what extent the police have got evidence and found out the information. He has expressed that, and I think we got to trust the Home Minister, because here we have nothing to hide here, or neither do we have to brush anything under the carpet. This is an incident which has happened. We need to address it. It's a very serious incident, and nobody can take law into their hands. Whether it's an African, whether it's an Indian, whether it's an American, it doesn't matter. We have to see that nobody can do this. And Karnataka, for your information, Rajdeep, we've had people from Tibet living in Karnataka for the last 50 years, very peacefully. We've had students from different parts of the world living in Bangalore for the last 30, 40 years. So this is definitely, it portrays us in a very bad light. We don't want this to happen. They are our brothers and sisters. The African community, students are our brothers and sisters. We want them to be safe. And Bangalore is, we will go out of our way to make sure that things are safe, and we will try to, reinforce the feeling of security amongst them. The police are talking to the students in each college. We are assuring them that do not worry. The Home Minister has met those particular students. He has met the African delegation, and we will try and put them at ease and bring things back to normalcy and take action against the culprits.
Ma'am, are you satisfied with that reply?
Okay, but one thing also.
Yes.
Yes, but one thing also they should know, Africa is actually a continent. It's not a country. So if an accident was caused by one person from another country of Africa, why do we all have to be punished because of this? You know?
I think you put that very well.
We should actually punish the person that actually caused it, not all of us.
I think you put that very well. Dominic Dixon, that's the point. You know, here is someone from Syria, from Sudan. Yes. Someone from Sudan allegedly was behind the car.
Yeah.
And then the next thing we know is that Tanzanian students have been attacked. Am I to understand that Bangaloreans, or there is a section of Bangalore which practices what appears on the face of it blatant racism? Forget about road rage. Road rage, yes, but also racism.
Yeah, Dinesh Gundu Rao said that Bangalore is a very safe place. I beg to differ. We've seen the issue recently with the Australian, where they wanted to skin the Australian because he had a tattoo on his leg. We've seen the Northeast people suffer at the hands of the localites here. During when Rajkumar was kidnapped by Veerapan, we've seen Tamilians beaten up in Bangalore. So I think Bangalore is not exactly a very safe place. Again, we cannot label every Bangalorean this way, but I think the government, the present government, and the previous government have done very little to integrate the communities. Now, for the Home Minister to say that it is not a racial incident, it is to be debated, or rather to be negated, because the person who was engaged in the accident was an African. Because he was an African, they saw an African lady and they've taken it out on an African. So basically what they've done is they've attacked a race, not just an individual. Secondly, to say that the lady was not disrobed and she was not paraded is also false, because I've spoken to the people today and they've clearly said they've gone to the extent where even they removed a bra. They've chased her, held her and moved her. Now there are CCTV cameras in those locations. Why are those not being looked into? And thirdly, the cops do very little.
you
to protect the citizens. The cops do very little. See, our cops are not even trained in forensics. If you look at the way the cops are toppling over the vehicle, it's basically indirectly tampering with evidence. So what I'm trying to say is the government has done very little aid to protect foreigners. There are over 12,000 students in the city. And Rajdeep, there is an issue with that community itself because there have been many complaints on the behavior of the Africans. However, why has the government not sensitized the two communities? If they have, we would not have something of this level of arson that has happened. These are not just, it's not just arson, it is also attempted murder. Because if a mob is going to attack a woman in such a manner, Rajdeep, what has Bangalore come to? What has humanity come to in Bangalore?
There is a question of cultural chauvinism. There's a question of, cities becoming more and more chauvinistic. We've seen attacks on outsiders in Mumbai. And the incidents that Dominic points out are also true. Dinesh Gundu Rao in Karnataka, in Bangalore. We've seen an Australian earlier because of a tattoo being attacked. We've had Northeast students being targeted. Those are real incidents. This is doing irreparable damage to your image, Dinesh Gundu Rao. So, yes, it's an unfortunate incident. We are not going to label, far from it, every Bangalorean. The last thing we should do is label Bangalore, the city, as racist. It's an embracing, warm city. But there are elements out there that you need to rein in, that you need to sensitize. And that can't be done with the kind of statements that some of your ministers are making.
Yes, we are not a perfect society. We don't live in a utopian world. Yes, we have issues of race, of caste, of sex, of language, of regions. There are so many issues that we confront every day in our society today. But that doesn't mean that everything is wrong. It doesn't mean that everything is right. Yes, we have to work together. We have to try and bring people together. We have to sensitize our police. We have to sensitize our people. We have to ensure that there is more communication between each other. And I agree with what Dominic said, that there should be some sort of integration which we can try and enhance more in the future so that people can understand each other better. But that's a sociological issue that we need to work on. Racism is there throughout the world. We just heard the statement from Halle Berry saying that no black person has got an Oscar award. This is an issue that we have to confront. Yes, these do exist.
One minute.
But let's work on it. I don't want to brush anything under the carpet.
Yes.
I don't want to brush anything under the carpet. But this incident had some provocation in the sense that the accident took place, a death took place, and the mob went out of control.
Look, as I said, Dinesh Gundu Rao, these things do happen in others. No, it's the question. You see, the Congress,
out of control.
Sir, the problem is the Congress government. Together. If this happened in a BJP ruled state, you would be going on at the BJP itself, as if the chief minister is responsible. In Karnataka, you will not do that. My point is this: that you have put yourself in a situation where every incident like this happens. You will also be asked the same question that you would tomorrow ask the BJP.
It's true.
No.
Okay,
we actually just want to know.
We're having some difficulty with that line with Dinesh Gundu Rao. But ma'am, you want to make one final point. What do you want to say today on this program on behalf of... There are 12,000 foreign students studying in Bangalore. Go ahead. What would you like to tell the country today?
No, the only thing, it's just that we just want to be assured that we are safe. Because we have, at the end of the day, we're not even going to come back to India. We're scared. We're finding it not safe for us anymore.
Are you saying that nothing that the minister has said on this program makes you feel safe and reassured? Let's be honest, ma'am. India is a welcoming country in many ways.
No, we understand him. We understand him. Yeah, we understand him and we actually understand. But still, we have fear.
Home Minister has projected things.
Yes.
The students will feel unsafe because if you look at the Home Minister, he was quite subjective in the way he was presenting the entire case. For him to go outrightly, blatantly and to say that, no, there was no disrobing, there was no parading, how can he say that when the investigation has not yet been done?
Okay. There are serious...
So in a sense, what he's trying to tell the African community, hey, look, you guys are manipulating, you are lying. So I think the Home Minister, with all due respect for him, should have been more sensitive in the way he has chosen his words, in the way he has presented the case. Because now it gives the impression that there's not going to be justice.
Okay.
And in terms of Rahul Gandhi intervening into this, Rajdeep, you remember the last time for the DK Ravi case, Sonia Gandhi was in a slumber, and after about, I don't know what, 8 to 14 days, she wakes up and says, okay, now I've asked the state government to give us a report. So again, why does it take the vice president or the president of the Congress to ask the state for a report?
Okay,
Are you trying to say the state is not capable of handling itself?
Dinesh Gundu Rao, final word. Did it require Rahul Gandhi to wake you up? Did it require Rahul Gandhi to wake up the Karnataka government on this?
No, this is Mr. Dominic is misleading everyone. We were acting anyway on this. Arrests were made yesterday. Yes, the office of Rahul Gandhi also has told us, look into this matter and take necessary action. They have expressed concern, like so many other people. The External Affairs Ministry has expressed the concern.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Dinesh Gundu Rao, Dominic Dixon, ma'am, thank you very much for joining us.
Alright, we're getting breaking news that an avalanche has been reported this morning on the northern glacier of Siachen. 10 army personnel have been trapped and rescue efforts have been mounted.
So the much-awaited Microsoft Surface Pro 4 has been launched in India. It's the most powerful machine ever, which will give you the best of the Windows 10 experience. We take a look at it and give you our first...